Linux Mint 19.2, codename Tina, was released a couple of days ago. To read up on all the new features in this release, you can quickly go to linuxmint.com, open up the blog and read through all the information. One thing you can do is see how to upgrade your system if you're on a previous version of Linux Mint, and follow the straightforward steps on how to upgrade your system safely without having any issues. If you want to do a clean install, in other words you're looking for the ISO downloads, you could just go back to linuxmint.com and pick the relevant version that you wish to download. I recommend, of course, the 64-bit Cinnamon desktop version, since that's the one that is actually showcasing what Linux Mint can do. First on the list of new features I'd like to show you guys is the new kernel update app that's been updated to show the exact support date for your chosen kernel. In my situation, I actually had to use this feature to update to the latest version 5 kernel to get support for my Radeon 7 graphics card. It actually worked very easily, and just a quick restart after the update and I was good to go. Launching system info showed that I'm running on the latest version 5 kernel and my Radeon 7 graphics card is supported. I was very happy about that, especially considering all the issues I had when I was trying to install this version of Linux Mint. I kept getting a black screen with a blinking cursor, and that was as far as I got. The next feature is the ability to adjust the width of scroll bars. I prefer them nice and thin, but as you can see, you can make them quite thick as well. I think they look quite unsightly being so thick, so I just drag it back to get it as thin as possible, as long as I can just about see them. It's a tiny feature, but I think it makes a decent difference with improving the look of the desktop. Network sharing has also been improved. Simply clicking on a folder and selecting share will then launch the installer for Samba, set it all up for you, and thereafter it should automatically allow you to then get permissions for all the subfolders. This permissions for the subfolders is the actual new feature. It's small like the previous one, but also very helpful. I'm not that clued up on how you set up Samba and everything that goes along with it, but if I can just click share and it works, I'm happy. A quick system restart and sharing is now available. Once you've ticked the relevant checkboxes, all the permissions will be sorted out for you, and that's it. Sharing is done. I like it, simple, effective. The next feature that I thought is really cool is pinned documents. Pinned documents is basically a fancy way of taking a document that you use regularly and putting on top of the list. This means that even if you leave the folder and come back, you'll see your document is still there and it will remain there as long as it's been selected as that option. The official Ubuntu font is now part of Linux Mint. It was never used previously, but now it's available system-wide. While I'm browsing around through the wallpapers, which are absolutely gorgeous, you can see the font looks smart. It looks like it belongs in Linux Mint. Talking about wallpapers, as you can see, these wallpapers are gorgeous. I'm quite a fan of them, and I'm glad that they actually release a new batch on every point release. After browsing around, I eventually settled on the Yosemite wallpaper, similar to the Mac OS version, but slightly prettier looking in my opinion. That was a quick roundup of some of the features I thought was interesting on Linux Mint 19.2. If you want to see a full list of features, as well as all the other interesting bits and pieces on Linux Mint 19.2, check out the links below. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Catch you on the next one.